Okay, in this tutorial we're going over functions, and what a function is a way to call a piece of code. So I think the easiest way to describe this is to quickly just do this. So the way you create a function is you type in function, then the function's name, bacon, then two of these brackets, and I'll explain why you have to put those in a second. The curly bracket, another curly bracket. And you see there's no semicolon. Don't put the semicolon in, otherwise it will break the code, just like the if statements, because you can't put an if. So if condition. You don't put a semicolon after this. You only put a semicolon in any lines inside the curly brackets. So what a function is a way to execute stuff inside here by calling it later. So this becomes useful later, but it doesn't really look useful now. So let's say if we call this, we're going to say echo I like bacon. And well, let's just run it like this. So what PHP is going to do is going to go, this is a function. Okay, so whenever this is typed later in the code, do everything inside these curly brackets is basically what it's doing. But since this is not typed anywhere else in the code, nothing's going to happen. Now let's say we just typed bacon. Oops. Like that. Now it's going to echo I like bacon. And that's because when it sees this, it's going to go, oh, has there been a function defined for bacon? Since there has, it's going to jump up here and go inside the curly brackets and execute everything in there. Now that can be rather useful. And now what these curly brackets are for. These curly brackets are to send variables, like we talked about before. So let's say we sent 23. Well, x is going to equal 23, so let's echo I like bacon and whatever we sent to it. So we could call this with 23, then we can do bacon and put in hello, and then we could do bacon and say I like cheese more. Now this is all going to be on one line because we're not putting the break line tag, but it will get the general gist across. So what this is going to do is going to go, okay, this now means that I want to call a function, and it's going to execute this. And since we're asking for a variable here, wherever we sent, whenever we call it, will be set to $x inside this function. And so when we use $x, or the variable x here, it will do I like bacon, and then wherever we sent inside the curly brackets. So what this will do is go, okay, this is now a function. It'll go here and go, uh-oh, we gotta call this. Echo, I like bacon, and since we sent 23, it's going to say I like bacon 23. And we called again, I like bacon, hello, I like bacon, I like cheese more. Let's save it first. Save. So, I like bacon, 23, I like bacon, hello, I like bacon, I like cheese more. And you have to spell cheese wrong. No, you don't. That's just my bad typing. So that's basically what functions are. It's a way to execute a chunk of code. So it's useful if you're say if this function had a bunch of stuff in it. Say we're going to echo this out, then echo that out, then echo that out. We'd do that and then echo a break line tag. It would do that every time this is called. So it would echo I like bacon wherever we sent to it 23, 231, 2311, and breakline. Like that. So that it can be very useful to have functions. So that's it for functions. So yeah. Next we're probably going to do we'll do the random thing. We'll do some special functions that PHP has built into it.